What is up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are currently digging ourselves out of a rowdy situation. Otto Fieglerman is not looking so good. He's looking a little bit roughed up, and so for right now, I may have him just go gather and really hope anyways. I'm going to get him on this cluster, and I'm going to hope he doesn't draw the thing that makes him take damage from the cluster. It's a low chance. Like, he's probably going to be fine. Yeah, I was going to say, he's probably good. Don't even worry about it. I mean, why bother? I'll probably have him pick up some of these shards, too, because we got to make money off this beezy. So there it is. Pick up another one. I guess technically I could put somebody on the secondary objective and try and... Where is my cart, though? Oh, my cart is, like, right there? Might be a decent idea to have him run the idol back and see if he can get the idol onto here. So the enemy's got an idol in their cart, and if we take it, we get bonuses. I feel like something bad's going to happen to Fieglerman. I don't trust Fieglerman out in the open like this, and we still haven't seen one of their night runners. And that makes me a tiny bit worried. We've got kind of like a flank stack going on over here. And so unless I can kill somebody, which I can... Ah! Archer! Why, sir? Why? Alright, swap weapons. And I need you to go over to here. And then on this side... Need you to collapse right here. And we got to start dealing with this little bastard. Couple of misses right there. Unfortunate. Can't really change much about it, though. I would really love to get a kill right here in this turn. I don't want this fight to go any longer than it has to. There we go. He's out of action. The Skaven tend to rout very easily. So, my hope here... Oh, look at that. We got a halberd, a shuriken, a couple little... Yeah, I'll take... What is a lucidity? Whatever, just take it. I don't even care. Take his loot, son. And then on this side, they should be fine. So, I'm going to try and go get the idol.
A new round
before they rout. I think it should be okay. If I could stun this guy, it'd be even better. Dodge stance right there. They're just going to hold it down on this front. There's no reason to really stress about this one. There was a lot of things that could have gone wrong right there, but honestly, I say that every single time, and that's just the truth of playing a game with a lot of dice rolling. Like, we didn't get the idol. That's unfortunate. Was hoping we would get the idol, but it didn't go down like that. On the plus side, we did get a cluster, so that's pretty cool. I like clusters. Clusters are delicious, and so we actually got about 37 stone on that one of wordstone, which is a huge amount of money. So we still made a lot of money off that one, and hopefully we got some good loot too. It's a great feeling. I wish they would add orcs, or they would add dwarves to the game. Those are the two factions that I tend to play. I like our advancement right there. Sounds good. No injuries on that side. Sounds good. He hit level 1 finally, so he's catching up to his brother. I'm going to say they're twins for right now. Now that they've hit level 2, I kind of have to customize them, so I'll come back with the next episode and have them all customized and looking dope. DOP. We got warband experience. What items did we acquire? Good shit, no whammies. Meh, I'm happy. I have no complaints right now. Campaign's going to be locked for a little bit. We have another 100 pounds already of wordstone, and if we can keep our momentum going right now, I think we should have this more or less wrapped up. Go ahead and take care of that right there. Payment's been done for the week. We still haven't received our pay from the Smuggler's Den. I think it arrives in 1 day, and so we should get our 250 gold tomorrow. We might take a tiny sabbatical to train people, because when you train skills on people, they can't join combat until they get done studying. Like, you actually got to send them off to read books and do all sorts of things that are counterproductive to, like, stabbing. So anyways, we'll end the day right now. Okay. And so Meinhall Schwarzhain is still getting treatment for his confusion. He'll return in a day. Market stocks have been replenished. The shipment has been sent, and we have been paid in full. Good. And so now we got some scratch. We got some Skrilla. We got some Dosh. We got some Guap. Some Guapamole. Got ourselves some Gouda, some cheddar, some feta, some cotija. I think you get my point. I would like to buy skills. Passive skills tend to be a little bit more... So Strider, his hit chance goes up on that one. It's kind of expensive, though. It requires 12 strength as well, so he doesn't have that. What he does have is leadership right now. So we may have to wait until he gets a few more stat points so we can go in on toughness, which is the other half that I want. Yeah, take the toughness. And then under the toughness criteria, you'll see here that there's one called hardy. I wonder if he doesn't need, like, if I train this, what does quick recovery do? Reduces the loss of, oh, really? Okay, so that makes recovery pretty good. Stun resistance is 15. Hardy's the one that I want, though. The 20 HP be nice. Maybe it takes him longer to train it if he doesn't have the toughness. Maybe you don't need the criteria. Shit, maybe it's for, oh, it's for the mastery. I was looking at it wrong. Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, that still plays in because he'll get another 20 right there. It's going to take him 2 days to get that done. That's quite a bit of time, but we have time. Time is the one thing we have to burn. So I'll probably bypass the next 2 days. I mean, we've got wounded and whatnot, so let him train. I don't want to spend a bunch of cash right now because we don't have a ton. Like, we have a lot of resources at the moment. Like, I could make some money down here by selling to one of these guys. But I'm going to wait until my next job comes in. And once my job comes in, I'll probably be a little bit more careful about the whole thing. It's important to note that you're getting ripped off by sending stuff to Lightdorfer. You want to send him the bare minimum, and then you want to send the good stuff on in-between shipments. They'll also get surpluses every now and again, so they'll pay you less if you send them too much wordstone at a time. So don't totally inundate one guy with way more stuff than he actually needs. I think we'll just wait it out. I mean, our leader can't do anything until he gets done training, and so he's learned the skill Hardy. That's good. We got some new hired swords. That'll be pretty sweet. That should put him at 174 HP, which means that now he's getting an even better stacking bonus from taking extra toughness, and so we push him up to 12. He should be getting almost 4 now every time he levels up. Almost. And I don't know if it retroactively applies the toughness to whatever he had previously. My assumption is that maybe it does. Because I think he was sitting at 150 and he should be at 170, but he's actually at 174 right now. So I think it retroactively assigns the HP that he would have gotten from that stat otherwise, but I wouldn't be able to tell you. Somebody that's better at the game will have to tell you before I can. Got a brutal over here, Wordstone Rush with exceptional. That's actually not a bad idea right there. I think we'll take that one. We'll try and make as much money as possible. And then after we go in after that, we might try on the River Rats one in the next episode. The only reason I say that is because I haven't played a whole lot of these storyline missions, and so absolutely I'm going into that one blind. And it makes me feel a little bit nervous about our chances. So we'll go in on this guy. In order to deprive them of another hero, I'm going to take him out real fast. Hold on. Here, we got to put somebody else in. I mean, Elton John's been out for so long now that I might as well not pay his wages and just fire him. I'm keeping him as like a backup unit at this point. We'll put him in right there. We'll take him out. I really don't recommend playing full battles in this game. It just increases the attrition. That's really what it comes down to, is the more guys you run in your party, the more the enemy gets, and so there's a lot of attrition. You end up starting to lose guys every single battle, then you got to pay for them. It just makes the whole thing more expensive than it needs to be. I would actually prefer that they make it so that you could see how many enemies the guys have on these, and so if you wanted to bring more than that, you can, and the balance there is that you just have to pay more. And then the counterbalance to that is if you bring less guys, you get more bonuses and things like that. I really dislike auto-balancing in video games. I really do. I think having a little bit of the enemy being overpowered sometimes is good, and I think having the enemy be overwhelmed for like an easy-peasy fight sometimes is good. Give the player room to breathe and then also make the player sweat every now and again. When you auto-balance it, it virtually guarantees that you're never going to have an interesting battle unless something goes really, really wrong. It's always auto-balanced, and so you shouldn't have any issues, right? Just things that I think about sometimes.
Believing yourself alone in what was a residential district, you spread your warband to ransack the nearby houses. Just as your warriors are starting to explore the buildings, however, an enemy warband arrives, ready to attack your dispersed forces.
Let us see what Tzeentch has in store for us here today. Alright, so our deployment. Why is he down by 1 offensive point? That's odd. Either way, let's take a look here. Oh my god, we can deploy like everywhere if we want to. I'll probably try and deploy somewhere around here so that we can corral up some of this wordstone. On levels like this where there's way too many deployment spots, I really would, like, highly recommend... Like, I get what they're trying to do because when you play tabletop games, you're allowed to deploy wherever the hell you want. But still, having to cycle through all of them. Come on. Get me where I want to be. That's perfect right there. Sounds good. And then, where are you? Where are you? Where? I want to know where. I used to be a CSI fan back in the day. Like, I really, really liked CSI, like, the first 4 or 5 seasons. And not like all the weird ones in, like, Miami and LA. Like, I like the original in Vegas. CSI Vegas. That was the shit with Gil Grissom. Although at a certain point, it's like, how often can we do this show anymore? Still, I like Bones, too, actually. I like to fancy that I don't fall into, like, trap shows like that, but I really do like them. I don't know why. I can't tell you. Just find them interesting. Yeah, that's okay. I mean... want to put this guy up somewhere high. Not over there, though. My God. And so if I can get him up on a top floor, maybe inside this building right here, like somewhere top side where he can set up and just kind of take pot shots at people. That's cool. Works for me. Leonhard von Falkenberg, will you stop trying to put me inside this building? Like, listen, I spent a lot of time randomly generating that building, and I want you to hang out inside of it. Like, ooh, we got like a Dungeon Master thing going on right now. You will play the content because I designed it. I think we're going to be perfectly fine as long as we keep our deployment close and careful. What I want to do here is I want to take a look at this side street and determine whether or not this is somewhere where we can do battle, and I think it will be. I'm going to take some loot out of here. Hey, a wordstone shard. Cool. I'll take it all day, every day. This isn't a wordstone rush, is it? Because the map really doesn't seem to have that much wordstone on it. Huh. Well, there's a couple of shards right there. Walking around with a bunch of shards in his backpack. No, life gets rough when you got a backpack full of shards. That's your standard operating equipment. I'm like, damn, dude. We get like some real combat equipment here, or do we just have to continue having backpacks full of shards? The enemy, it looks like we're fighting mercs today, which this might be maybe the second time we've seen mercs. We've seen loads of Skaven, loads of sisters. I think we've only seen Chaos once, and I think we've only seen mercs once, so that's pretty cool. That's acceptable. Kind of got to decide where we want this fight to go down. Come up with like an area that benefits us versus benefiting the enemy. Is there anything inside this building worth stealing? I'm trying to loot right now because why not? I guess not. Alright, well, if there's no loot inside this building, it might be wise to send this dude up to the top floor to kind of aim out of windows like the rest of these guys. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Either way, though, I kind of want him right here. That puts him close enough to where he can shoot at stuff, A, and then B, why would a horse be tied to the top of a house? Oh, it's a carriage, never mind. But why is there a horse on top of the carriage? So they were forcing people with horse skulls to pull the horse who was on top of the wagon. No idea. Chaos be crazy, guys. Stay away from drugs. Stay away from drugs and cults. I don't know what else to tell you. That seems to be two pretty good rules for life, though. Stay the hell away from drugs and cults. Hopefully the enemy ain't too close on this side. Got a pretty decent initiative right now. I'd like to draw them into a fight on the front side of this building so that my shooters can just like stay where they're at and open fire. I put Fieglerman in a spot where he could jump down if need be so that he could join the fight if we absolutely have to. Is Fieglerman's across the way then, which means I may actually move this guy around slightly. Oh, you got a scavenge point? Yeah, go get it. 41 gold coins? Hell yeah, what a day for us.
Gold coin day. It's a good day to believe in Sigma.
He should be able to get out here pretty far. I don't like where we're at right now. Was there a door open on the front side of that? And also, do we have any eyes on enemies? That's actually a good thing. If we had eyes on enemies right now, I'd be kind of nervous about our situation, but... yeah, put him in ambush stance, I guess. We'll try and get the surprise debuff upon all of our enemies, because it lowers their hit chance by a tiny amount that really is kind of negligible. But at the same time, a little bit's a little bit. Little bit's a little bit. I like his thigh-high boots right there. Looks like he's getting ready to do a turn at the strip club. It's time for his shift. He's the 3 p.m. shift on a Tuesday, though. They won't bring him up to the big leagues. None of that Friday at 9 o'clock shift for him. 3 p.m. Tuesday.
Has started.
The Falcon Breath story. That's what I'm calling him from now on. His name is Falcon Breath. I don't know what a falcon's breath tastes or smells like, but I would assume it's probably not pleasant. I may try to put the other archer, I don't know, around a corner or something, whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't care. They've got scary guys, and I don't want to fight them. If you guys really want me to do a battle with like 8 people in it on each side, I can, by the way. It's just a mess. Like, it's all attrition is the problem. Like, you're starting to increase the chance like of guaranteed losses and things like that, just because you get a little bit over-deployed. It also makes the chances much, much worse when surprise attacks come around. This poor dude's over here. Those are dope-ass hats, though. I'd rock those hats at the mall. Like, hey, you want to see my super awesome I Worship Satan cultist hat? Yeah, one time I pushed a horse on top of a cart with it. It was pretty awesome. Nobody asked any questions about it. Just kind of got it done, you know, with the sweat on my brow. God, those guns are enormous. Can you imagine the caliber of a musket ball that comes out of those things? Like, holy bejesus, that would be a big round. It'd be a big enough round to, like, blow off your arm. That thing is enormous. Like, this thing is firing, like... I mean, it's right on the edge of firing, like, handballs at you. You know, like, Jesus, that's a big, big bullet. Actually, if I could get him up inside that window, I think I could finally be happy. I don't know why there's just a random testicle falling off a building right there. But these things happen when chaos is around. Is there a stairwell right there, or do they have to make a jump check? I think they're going to make a jump check. I might send him up here to scout for a minute. That is, after all... oh, there's a guy right there. So, see, this is why we scout. This is why we scout. Pretty good chance of hitting, too. What are his chances of getting up here and whooping the shit out of me? Who cares? Shoot an arrow at him. Enjoy your 27 damage, you fancy pants bitch. You gotta talk shit. That's like 90% of tabletop games. I'm gonna put Chief Badass over here in parry stance and just hope for the best. Looks like one of their heroes is about to run up on us, but he already took his turn, so it's not that big of a deal. I strongly suspect that at any moment we're probably gonna have a couple more guys running out of the woodwork too, like one coming from like over there, maybe one from over there. We'll see what happens. Sometimes they are very, very well masked, and I'm not calling them fat, but sometimes they do a good job at lumping together, and then you got to play them with fear checks and all those sorts of things. Other times they wander in one by one, and you can just kill them without too many problems. Yeah, there's a stairwell right there. So, oh, this guy has... so, is he missing an arm? Wow, braver man than I. I'd be like, listen, I lost an arm. I'm going home. This is some bullshit. I ain't down with these shenanigans. Not me. Not today. They said the enemy was harmless, and I came home harmless. This is bullshit. Ain't nobody else got their arms chopped off. Why you think I'm so mad for? Only bastard on this battlefield got his arm chopped off. It ain't right. Just keep the Overwatch running. Schwarzhain. All of the guys in this game have names that, like, are no shit names. Like, they're names that you do not take for granted. Like, these are all dudes that will just kick your ass. Schwarzhain, Falcon Wreath. And these are all dudes that have, like, superhero, you know, alter ego names. Wow, he really wants that archer. He moved a really, really long way. Like, holy shit, he moved a long way. So his stun recovery's up. I'm gonna put him in dodge. I'm gonna bring somebody up here to help, though, which is a shame. He's gonna have a really high dodge chance, by the way, because he's got a dagger and no arm. Which actually, contrary to what you might think, means that his dodge rate is probably really, really high. It doesn't say, but anyways, I would assume his dodge rate is probably somewhere in the 45 to 50% range. I'd also like to have somebody else up here to help out with this, but we may not have the option for now. Maybe a little stuck. I wasn't expecting him to be able to move that far. He moved really, really far. So I guess I learned something about the AI. It really, really, really likes to run up on some of your random dudes who are like back behind the lines. That sucks. I'll plan accordingly for that in the future. Should have left him on ambush. That would have fixed it up nicely. Instead, he walked right by. I think if you cross somebody's attack zone, you should get an automatic attack opportunity or something. I don't know. Never mind. It already locks you in combat. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just making shit up. I'm just sour graping. Can I climb up there at all to help out even more? Shit. Oh, he's got Gift of Savagery. That's pretty cool. Who wants to be a sav? I want to be a sav. I mean, technically my dude could jump down from right here. He takes some damage, but I'll probably just keep this cordoned off. Whatever. Archers aren't really that valuable anyways. Like, I don't consider them, like, part of the team, you know what I mean? Like, sure, they're part of the team, and I'm doing finger quotes right now. But, like, when they die and they get killed, I'm just like, okay, he's an archer. I mean, really, what are we going for here? The other problem is that the dagger allows you to bypass 20% of people's natural resists. Like, it doesn't hit very hard, but it allows you to bypass 15% parry and 15% dodge, which makes it a weapon that doesn't deal much damage, but can do a lot of damage in the wrong hands. This would have been one of those perfect times for me to have, like, extra weaponry. Put him in ambush stance. This guy over here is way too far out. I don't think we have any chance of shooting him. We'll reload, though, and we'll try. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to relocate slightly to get at him. Yay! We successfully were able to jump. 28%. Why? Oh my god, he made the shot! Oh, I already written that one off as a miss. Yeah! Got that parry in there. Get your counterattack. You don't want it. You don't want it. Thinks he's a bad mamma jamma. I like how the bandage is all like bloody and wrecked up and just like nasty. Switch weapons. I need you in fight mode. There we go. That'll work for right now. And then we just kind of hot. What is his dodge chance? Yeah, he's got a 70% dodge chance. Oh my, or never mind. Sorry, he's got a 32%. I read it wrong. I was gonna say if his dodge chance is 70%, holy shit, this guy's gonna be horrible to hit. Up in here fighting Tony Jaa. He's like whoop 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 whoop, being all over the place, dropping bows on your forehead, making you feel foolish. He also came in here without a helmet. He brought his fancy hat, and for that he must be punished. Nobody told him that you can still have a fancy hat and still have a helmet. They are one and the same. Look, mine is still a very fancy hat. I'd put the visor down, though, since we're in combat. It seems like a liability up like that. Like somebody could swipe downwards with a weapon, knock your visor down, and then shift the helmet slightly forward, and then you'd be blinded for a minute while they just, like, drive a knife into you over and over and over again. I don't know. It seems risky. I'd probably just keep the visor down all the time so that at least, you know, my vision is impeded. Ah, I knew that one was going to miss. It was too perfect. It lined up too well. I really want to shoot that guy. I should have sent, well, maybe not. I was going to say, I should have sent one of these little guys in there. I should probably scour some of these buildings for more loot. He already stepped on the booby trap in here. Looks like the loot's probably on the lower level in that back corner. There's a booby trap right there on the ceiling, too. When walls start growing eyeballs, I start to assume that either I'm in Splatterhouse or things have gone very, very awry with the otherwise beatification of the area. The sanctification. There we go. That's the word that I want. Is there anything over here? Not much. I mean, I could get in there and try and earn ourselves a couple of rubles by grabbing some of this Verd stone. It looks like there's somebody right there. We're going to have to fight him. So I'm going to fall back. And I'm going to put him in dodge stance just in case. We shall wait, and we shall see what the enemy decides to do. It could be any manner of horrible and shitty. You know, I think the Youngbloods do better as melees. With the guns, your shoot chance is just so low a lot of the time. Like, you're just basically flipping quarters on those rolls, whereas with a halberd, he's got a 76% chance to hit. For me, it comes down to just being pragmatic, like what gives me the best chance of unloading as many hits as I possibly humanly can. And it seems like melee is a better choice. Now, obviously, there's something to be said about the fact that if you're not in melee, you can't be hit. But I'm just scouting right now. Don't worry about it. Where the hell is this team? A little bit of something, something right there. I'm going to wait over here and see what this guy does. He'll probably jump up right there. I'm going to set somebody up on ambush so we don't end up with a weird troop stack on this side. Like 5 guys, human centipeding. Oh, he made his all alone check. Balls. Man, you really got to stop like swapping targets like that. This is a choice that lacks wisdom. I'm not trying to be a dick, but a poultice and a dagger. All right. None of those seem intriguing to me. Instead, I think I'm going to spread out a bit. Let me go back to here, though, to make sure there's not any weird point creep. Probably go back down this way. And it said there was somebody down here, but I want to pick up some of this wordstone, so I'm going to leave him on ambush stance right here. And then I'll leave my archer where he's at. It's unfortunate. The parry chance is real, though, right now. We are dominating those parries. But yeah, dodge, you don't get a counterattack unless you have AP remaining, whereas, or offensive points remaining. Whereas when it comes to... that sucks. That archer means that I'm going to have to pull my archer back, and hopefully he doesn't get nicked with an arrow. Had to get him to a safe place, basically.
A new round has started.
And this means I need everybody down here right now. Somebody could eat that Overwatch. That'd be great. Probably go ambush stance right here. That seems good. That'll work out. Just use the great eyeball. I hope that Overwatch can't shoot this far. That would suck. This guy's already beat up enough as is. I don't need more trouble. Just put him in behind a wall and hope nobody decides to roll out on him. I have no idea where the other team is at, by the way. They're around somewhere, I assume. Probably have him jump down on that side and pick up the wordstone as he runs back over there. We already killed off one of their heroes. So... oh, shit. That was a poor choice. Oh, well that worked out. Never mind then, I love my decisions. It's funny how fast that pendulum swaps, isn't it? It's funny how fast that pendulum swaps. Let me get you to switch weapons. I'm just gonna have you fight in melee, man. I need you down in here, halberdier, with the halberdier charge. Not to be confused with like the halberd bear charge, the halberd ant charge. He's probably gonna need help on this side, I think. Gather this wordstone with a quickness though, because we could use it. That's like another 50 gold we just made right there every time we pick one of those things up. Ooh, he got a warp effect. That's nice. And then this side, he should be able to charge, which will be super awesome as long as he can make his roll. So he failed his crit too, unfortunately. Still, we'll get some pain going over here. We're going to punish him for that haircut. He's got like a bebop and rocksteady thing going on. You can disengage for free when somebody's stunned? That's amazing. Ah, my booty cheek! He shot me with an arrow in my booty cheek. It's not okay. I think we have to rectify this somehow, or rectify this somehow. All alone, check you're gonna fail, cause you are a punk ass. Alright, so I need this guy to stay the hell out of combat. At least stay the hell away from anybody who's got a ranged weapon, because that could be it for him. He needs to reload. So I'm just going to keep him right here for right now, but I'm going to have him stand on that ledge and shoot down on the guy. So I can get rid of him quicker. I think I can grab this wordstone and still get back over there and melee him, I think. He shot me, though, with an arrow through his left hand, and so that seems pretty ridiculously painful. So let's go ahead and lock him down in melee. That's going to give us momentum. It's going to give him a debuff. Remember, though, we have no dodge check for right now, and we haven't actually validated 2 out of 5 of the members of their team. We've only got, you know, a couple. Oh, they got a wizard. Shit. Okay, so the guy on the right's got to go, like, right now, and this guy also needs to go, like, right this minute. I could have used that hit right there, buddy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. There's a wizard coming, and he's going to shoot us with fire, and it's going to hurt a lot. I think I'll just go for a normal attack so that I can get 2 off. There's the miss. And there's the second hit. We're just about out of time for the day, so my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Mordheim. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I like the game a lot. Actually, I'm quite enamored with the game, all things considered. I've been playing it a shit ton over the weekend. And so I've got a lot of hours logged on this one at this point, and I've been having a lot of fun playing it. I will see you all next time. I think the game's like $29.99 if you wanted to jump in on it. He failed his all alone check. Good. That'll save us a little bit of trouble. See y'all next time. Hi, do everybody.